Okay, people, we got some more massive spoilers for the upcoming chapter of Boruto, chapter 75. You might want to check out the first video before you jump into this one so you can understand everything that's going down. We talked about it yesterday, and yeah, this is the chapter that is an absolute game changer for the Boruto series, for Boruto as a whole. After the last year and a half or so of on and off setups and whatnot, it looks like things is really going heavy and a lot more mysteries, because one of the biggest things with these spoilers that's getting revealed is Amado, his goals, but so much more in terms of this new Otsutsuki god Shibai. Let's jump straight into this because this is some heavy stuff. So for starters, again, Amado describes Shibai's Otsutsuki abilities as divine arts and different to ninjutsu or senjutsu. Whoa, so we're introducing something totally different, shall we? Not only skills of Ada, but Code's claw marks are also a shinjutsu, a divine jutsu ability. Kawaki Sukuna Hikona and Daikokuten abilities as well. By referring to Ada, Code, and Kawaki's inherited implanted abilities, Amado says that unlike ninjutsu or senjutsu, you don't need to use hand signs to activate these abilities, which is what makes them a divine ability. And before we go any further, so right there, that just is redesigning everything we know about Boruto, or everything we know about the Naruto verse for that matter, because this is introducing a whole new concept, but also it is even more so pushing forth that, yeah, a lot of the newer characters are just, they're gods, fam. They're gods. If they are based off the previous version of the spoilers, or the earlier spoilers that had more than just this, again, this is a continuation, it said that pretty much this guy Shibai Otsutsuki was the god of Otsutsuki. So we already introduced that, and then now we're finding out that basically they didn't use like ninja signs and shit, that it was more so these divine arts, divine jutsu. This is freaking nuts. Then carrying on, Amado describes some of Shibai Otsutsuki's abilities, such as, quote unquote, they say that when he swung his arm, he created a windstorm, and when he let out a scream, he created a thunderstorm, as if it were lightning itself. Amado said, frightening abilities. And again, just building up more so the Shibai Otsutsuki, which it's only a matter of time until in some form or another we see this Shibai Otsutsuki. Usually, you know the pattern, when they start building something up, whether it be now, whether it be by the end of next year, I'm calling it by end of 2023, we will see either Shibai Otsutsuki resurrected, Shibai Otsutsuki is Amado himself, something along the lines of that. This is something where I would have liked it to have been mentioned a little bit beforehand, like, hey, Ishiki mentioning something there, or Kaguya. But then again, Kaguya, Otsutsuki, and Naruto kind of came at the 9th hour when we thought, yo, it's about to be, it's the Madara show, Madara took over, hell yeah. So yeah, I can't completely mention Kaguya there, but either way, this is freaking hacks as hell. The fact that when he swung his arm, he created a windstorm. What type of gods are we dealing with here, fam? Amado describes the death of his daughter and still wishes to revive her using his divine power that Kawaki inherited from Ishiki Otsutsuki. Delta is now confirmed to look like Amado's daughter, but the clone was different to his daughter. Okay, that's interesting. Let's read what it says here. Amado's daughter had an incurable disease. There was literally no cure, and it is not known why she got this disease. There was just no treatment. The doctors just abandoned her because it was a case with no solution, no way out, a lost cause. Amado says that instead of inventing some treatment that would cure it, he preferred to continue with the research to create a clone, since he had much more knowledge about it, so he decided to go in that area. His daughter died during this process, and after 9 months and with some ease, he managed to create an equal body, but later realized this clone was not like his daughter, since the daughter had another personality. That was the moment that he realized that his daughter no longer existed. And ouch, that off rip sounds like right there, that would drive any man off the edge. Like, he's already going bonkers trying to figure it out. How do I get my daughter to come back? And then on top of that, you got that you created this clone, you abandoned even trying to find a cure. Instead, you were like, I'm gonna make a clone and just, this is my daughter, only to realize your daughter's gone. Oh my god, this is a bit heavy, and I'm happy though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy. This is finally, the gloves are off, so to speak. Then we got Momoshiki and Boruto share dialogue with each other, in which Boruto asks Momoshiki about Shibai and divine power. Oh, he went straight to the source. Let's go. To which Momoshiki says it's true, but Momoshiki finds it suspicious that Ada's love ability is shinjutsu. Why would he find that suspicious? Okay. As Boruto listens to Amado time stops once again for Boruto. He is now able to listen to Momoshiki's thoughts and vice versa. It's literally like they're one, but what Boruto thinks, Momoshiki hears. This is because Momoshiki believes in that story we already know about the Otsutsukification data transfer after Boruto's death. So nothing new, but here we go with the most crazy part. Regarding Shibai Otsutsuki, he doesn't say anything important about him, but he claims that everything Amado said is true on the issue of Shinjutsu, aka divine art. So at the very least, we know with all the lies and, you know, half-truths, so to speak, that Amado had mentioned, he, at the very least, we could say is telling the truth about this Shibai Otsutsuki. And also, again, I'm kind of curious, why is Momoshiki feeling like this is sus? You know, it's bad when the crazy alien dude that's like one of the main antagonists of the story is feeling like something is sus right there. So very, very odd and interesting to say the least. But again, at the very least, we know Amado is telling the truth. An exception of one thing at the same time, Momoshiki thinks something doesn't make sense. Ada has the ability to clairvoyance, the Senrigan, to see the past and present, and the ability to make everyone fall in love with her. But for Momoshiki, there is something strange about this love ability of Ada's, because clairvoyance, Senrigan, really is a Shinjutsu ability, but the part of making everyone fall in love is not something he knows. It's not an ability he's aware of. Holy cow. Yo, Amado, what type of wild shit are you pulling here, buddy? Like, maybe that's an after effect of the fact that it's a clone thingy-majig, or that these are cybernetic creations, so could be. Still, about that part of him finding it strange, it is my interpretation that as if he believes he has heard all of the jutsu in the world, except for this one in particular. Momoshiki also says that he is a little uncomfortable, strange, why Amado talks as if Ada's power, making people fall in love, was a Shinjutsu ability, when in fact it's not. So Momoshiki thinks that there's a possibility of Amado lying about this specific matter, or at least hiding something. So basically what he's saying is that, yeah, this whole Shinjutsu ability that Ada has, it's legit. The clairvoyance, it's real. That is an Otsutsuki thing, but the whole love part isn't. So something there is astray, whether it be that maybe Ada herself is a threat, and this is one of the things that he decided is a safe mechanism, so to speak, to keep her on a leash. But holy cow, the plot thickens, and once again that also shows that Amado is still capping low-key. Yo, when Shikamaru gets a hold of him for lying again or not telling the whole truth, it's gonna be brutal. Momoshiki mentioned something along the lines of Boruto's thoughts getting corrupted with Momoshiki's new data, which is how they were able to talk. Momoshiki doesn't know how to fix this, but because of this glitch, Boruto saw what he wasn't meant to see. To my understanding, this new data Momoshiki mentions is when he has resurrected Boruto from the dead, which made his link with Boruto even stronger, which caused this cross-thought glitch. It's funny because Momoshiki warns Boruto not to let Kawaki sense it, as Kawaki will attack. So yeah, if Kawaki finds this out, that there's essentially a glitch where they're truly connected, that could be reason for Kawaki to go over the edge. I'm just saying, you know, he's here. He's not here for anybody else but the 7th Hokage's protection and what he loves. And if he feels like, once again, oh, this kid is a threat, now he's fully fused in a weird way with Momoshiki, might be time to get rid of him. I don't know. Then here we got a panel of Amado smoking, classic. It's probably part of his programming. No. You guys are so concerned about the gods, so let's say what really happened. Amado says, don't worry, he is no longer in this world. All we have is Shibai's body. So Shibai is dead. Essentially, think of it as like Ishiki being dead, but instead of his body getting disintegrated and Kawaki stepping on him, he's still around, which... why do you have Shibai's body still? Are you trying to put yourself in Shibai's body? I don't think you're trying to put your daughter in Shibai's body. But yo, Amado, you trying to become God? I'm just saying. But also, this just set up a massive threat and a massive problem that anybody that get their hands on that Shibai body and doesn't have pure intentions, Orochimaru, for example, that's a problem. Just saying. Amado believes that Shibai Otsutsuki conquered death by repeatedly reincarnating using karma and eating chakra fruits, and continued like this for thousands of years until he became a god. Amado's hypothesis is that Shibai deliberately abandoned his body. Amado believes that it's also possible that someone could have killed Shibai, but since Amado doesn't know the truth of what happened to Shibai, his hypothesis is that Shibai deliberately abandoned his body. So he believes that Shibai possibly is still out there, that this is just Shibai's body, but Shibai himself is out there. So there's a possibility that we could have essentially two threats, or we could, if we get our hands on that Shibai body, use that for a force of good. But holy shit, I wonder, is that how Koji, like the whole thing with Koji, him being in the body, now that I think about it, wow, Amado used stuff like the Koji invention to see like how far he could go with reincarnation itself. And considering the fact that despite Koji being a Jiraiya clone, he doesn't have his memories, and that's the one thing Amado wanted his daughter and wants for his daughter, to have her memories. Holy shit, what a crazy chapter this is gonna be. Like, let me know what you guys think about this Shibai Otsutsuki. You think we're going to actually see him outside of his Otsutsuki body? Are we already seeing him? Is Amado Shibai Otsutsuki outside of that body? And that could be why he's lying too. So many thoughts. Oh my god. And your overall thoughts and expectations for Boruto Chapter 75. This is one for the books. This is a game changer. This is hype. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah.